This is Kevin from Ministry Boost, and I'm here today with my good friend Dustin Aagaard. Dustin, man, thanks for joining and taking us the time.
Absolutely. Good to be here.
Yeah, man. So, man, you are a great leader and a solid pastor. So, tell us a little bit about you, your church, kind of what you do, and define that role a little bit for us.
Yeah. So my name's Dustin Aagaard. I'm the family pastor here at Journey Christian Church, which is in Orlando, Florida, Central Florida. Got a couple campuses, and family pastor for our sake. I know it means a lot of different things to different people. It's birth through college and family. So young family couples, helping families as a whole out, really partnering with parents as part of the job description, and exciting different events, different ways to help them, support them. Got a couple campuses here, had three, scaled back to two, going to relaunch a third one in the near future. And yeah, man, love it. Been here for about 7-8 months, and excited about the role.
Yeah, that's great. Well, so the purpose of our conversation today is so that other pastors and other leaders can glean some great ideas, some of your kind of like best tips about doing multi-site student ministry. So that's kind of what we're focusing on. So what are the 2 or 3 things, man, that have boosted your ministry, and how can we learn from you, man? That'd be great.
Yeah, I think one of them is the idea of coaching. I think in some circles, coaching is obsolete. In other circles, it's become a buzzword. And this is what I would say is definitely create a coaching environment. And coaching is where you're having healthy conversations, that you're really panning for gold. You're helping them see things in themselves that they never had. But here's where I would caution it: coach, but don't micro coach. And I would explain it like this. I coach my son's baseball team, and every game, every parent, after every single pitch, everybody's screaming at the kid, hey, keep your hands up, do this, swing faster, swing. And there's so much micro coaching that goes on, it leaves players paralyzed and discouraged. And it's just not fun. And so what I would say in your role is find ways to coach, be intentional, but be mindful that you don't micro coach. You don't need to tell them the 10 things that you noticed, even though you noticed them. Let them wrestle with some of them, give them some encouragement, let them know what worked, maybe one thing that didn't, and then just go from there.
All right, man, that's awesome. Like coaching is important, and want to make sure that you don't dive in too deep and try to control everything. So what else? That's great. That's a great first one.
Yeah, I would say another one would be, man, collaboration is huge. Specifically in student ministry, chances are most student pastors, I'm not saying all of them, are typically alpha males. And so if you know that you have multi-site, all of a sudden now you're bringing so many different alpha males into the room, and then you probably leading that conversation are an alpha male. And so really the thought is, if you're the alpha male and by title you're in charge, then you're going to stick your chest out most and lead most. But I would say the more that you lead, the more the leaders on your team will actually leave. And so what I would encourage you to do is create a culture of collaboration. And that's something, Kevin, that you've done really well, is you create a culture of collaboration. And what that does is it allows leaders to rise and have a voice. And you want to have a ministry that's attractive for leaders to come to, because they have a stick in the game in a sense. And if not, you're going to end up, if you're the one calling all the shots, you're going to end up with a bunch of followers, and they're going to do what you want, but they're not going to move the ball down the field. And so you want to surround your team with leaders. But to do that, you got to give them a voice. You got to give them a platform to lead.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Is there a specific tool or way that you can elevate collaboration on your team, especially with multi-site? It does get tricky. What's one of the sharpest tools in your toolbox for that?
Yeah, I would say when you have a meeting, one of the things that we say is the best idea wins. You know, doesn't matter the title, doesn't matter if a volunteer came up with it, an intern, or the big, large campus came up with it. The best idea wins. And one of the things that we really want to make sure of is because most of the groups, they tend to get along, and it's really easy to start making fun of people. And all of a sudden that can be discouraging. And so we have no negativity in our meetings. And so somebody comes up with an idea, and this is kind of from Disney. Disney doesn't say no to things. They say, if it's an idea, even if it's horrible, it's yes, we can do that, and this is what it's going to take. And so we don't want to shoot people down. Even if it's a stupid idea, you shoot them down, they're not going to share that excellent idea the next time. And so in these collaborative meetings, we say, yes, that's a good idea, but that's going to cost $38,000. Is that something we want to do? Probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, that's great.
So we want to make sure everybody has a voice in that, and then you go from there.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a great point. So we got collaboration, man. Another one. You got something else for us? That'd be great.
Yeah, I got a couple more. One is
Great.
Plan ahead. One of the things that I don't know the exact position that you have, but chances are your student pastors, they feel the burden of having to do everything on a 7-day turnaround. And that's a heavy burden. Chances are you're in a position where you don't have that. And that gives us the luxury to have margin to plan ahead for them. And we don't need to plan everything for them, but we can plan out the structure. For example, we don't need to plan the sermons for them, but we can say, hey guys, in 6 months, I'm gonna send you an invite. We're gonna have a all-day planning session for the entire series for 2019 and 2020. And so we plan that ahead. They like that lane, but I'm not necessarily saying what you have to preach on. I'm just planning ahead to carve out space for that. And so the more that we have space to kind of plan ahead those lanes, or say, hey guys, in three weeks, we're going to have a meeting to talk about our back to school bash and all that. And the more that we can plan ahead for them, stereotypically, that's not necessarily their gift because they're flying so fast.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we got coach, we got collaborate, we got plan, and you got one more for us, man. That's awesome.
I got one more, and I'll throw this at you. Do as much as you can to take away any systems or policies off of them. And I see when it comes to multi-site, one of my pet peeves, man, the whole purpose of multi-site is to save time and energy. And so when you got one student ministry over there coming up with a follow-up process, and then you got a whole nother student ministry in a different part of town creating their own follow-up process, it's just a waste of time and resources. You have the margin, come up with the systems, the structure and everything, and then hand that to them. Let them do what they do best, which is shepherd, pastor, take care of volunteers, students, be in the community. They don't need to be bogged down with all the policies and the structures and the systems. And the beauty of student ministry is it's all reciprocal. Whatever happens weekly, monthly, and yearly. We're going to retreats every year. We're doing big events every year. And so it's very easy to create those systems to run themselves.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's a lot of really great stuff. So, Dustin, man, thank you for that. Are you multi-site student ministry is a little bit of a narrow niche? And are you open if there's some guys and gals reading this and watching this that are you open for them to like shoot you an email and say, hey, let's talk a little deeper about this?
Absolutely. You can find me on social media. You could also email me anytime. It's daagaard@journeychristian.com. And that's DAAGAARD@journeychristian.com. I love to help any way I can. I have a passion to help leaders win wherever they're at. So
that's good, man. Well, Dustin, once again, man, thank you for your time. I know these boosts are going to be really helpful there as they are to me, but to a lot of our viewers as well. So thanks, man. Appreciate your time. And we'll catch up with you later, my friend. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Okay.